Hello guys, so I normally not start off a video like this, but this is like a conversation video, a heart-to-heart conversation with you guys. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. I'm actually going to sit in here because like it's a lot better, like lighting. Well, it's not, but it's like orange-ish lighting, so that's all good. So, excuse the face my friend was moving up. Obviously, she did a horrible job on purpose. But, so today, sorry, my leg's all itchy because I got attacked by midges today. Fun. Oh, there's a big one. Oh, sorry. So, in 2015, sorry, little brother's sleeping. So adorable. But he is a deep sleeper. I can turn my light on. I can scream if I wanted to, and he couldn't hear it, which is a good thing. Hence why I'm whispering. But, so, like my nails, by the way. My friend did those as well. They're alright. They could be a lot better. But, let me explain. In 2015, I had a snail account. It was technically where I rescued snails. I didn't rescue them. I found them and I put them in my habitats and fed them, washed them, and cared for them, really. And I had, and this is my old house, and I had a huge big room full of snails. And it was not like in the room, I'm saying those boxes full of snails, and they were all like the proper incubation sort of boxes that you would get like a lizard or a tarantula, those sort of boxes. And they were all perfectly cared for. I have an African snail. Yeah, it was the giant African snail. I had quite a lot of snails, and I was collecting them for ages. Obviously, because there were so many, most of them were dying every day, but I wouldn't really notice there was too many. My giant African was the best one in the very middle of the room because it was like wee walkways, and it was like towered up really in these like kind of racks, and he was in the middle. He was my baby. I loved him so much. Now, if you're wondering where I got into snails, I got into snails because one day I seen a snail and it was foaming and it was really hot, so I took it in, I sprayed some cold water, put it in a kind of box, like a poked holes in the box, put a leaf in it, and then I actually seen him and he was getting better, and I did it again the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and I actually sort of liked it. And then I kind of released them back because this isn't right. And then I actually searched up, and you actually can keep them as pets. And I seen those YouTubers doing it. I was like, oh my god. So I tried it, and I loved it. And I did it for ages and ages and ages. Anyway, sorry about my, like, really long hair. Patch it. But, yeah. By the way, my shoulders are very bad. I have a condition where my rib cage is extremely large, which means my shoulders are really bad. But I have a tiny waist. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to show you my waist. Let's not change subject. So, basically, the giant African snail died, and he was my baby, and he died. Now, when a snail dies, it dies of old age, or it had a condition. You can't tell if they have a condition because it's inside their shell. He just died of old age. He didn't have a condition because he was looked after so good. But he just died of old age, and what they do is they'll crawl in their shell, and then they'll peep their little eyes out, and they'll die slowly. And how you know they're dead is with a common snail, they just shrivel up. Because, like, when they're dead, their body just lays, and nothing comes and eats them, don't worry. Like, no bug or anything like that, because there's been, like, conspiracy theory. No. And then their body slowly kind of rots and shrivels up until there's nothing in the shell. And that's how baby snails find their shell, like their bigger shell. And so technically shells pass from generations, but let's talk about that. So, moral to this story, African snails, they keep their eyes out, and then their eyes sort of drop as they die, and they just stay like that, and then you have to bury them so the soil sort of like moistens them and takes them away. And we did that because I could have lifted him out, and his eyes dropped, and they don't do that. So I knew he was dead, and I was devastated. I couldn't look at him for at least 2 days. And I realized, wait, he should be rotting, and he wasn't. So I found out he was in a something called it's like a coma, but it's snails. He was breathing, but he wasn't alive. And they said the best thing to do is put him out of his misery, because the African snail is an actual pet and should actually be cared for. And they said put him out of his misery by burying him in the soil, and then just life will make its way. And we did that. And then they also said to come back in so I have a cough, that's why my voice sounds a little bit weird. They said to come back in like a few weeks to where we buried him, dig him up, and you will see his shell. Take the shell out as a memory if you want, because he won't be there in it, because what nature does is it takes the snail out and kind of buries it through the ground, like right through, until it hits the core, and then just lets it, nature, do its thing there, because snails, that's what they do. When they rot in the soil, they sink down until they can't sink no more, because of the core of the earth, which is like sort of thick ground. Someone has got it before when they were building. They just kept on digging for months and months, and finally hit the core. And if you fell in that hole, you would die. It's that like big. And when you hit the core, this is like a science, I think. And when you hit the core, like the core of the earth, you can't dig. It's that powerful. You can't dig at all. So that's technically where they all go. But this is just myths. I don't personally know myself. We did that, and we found his shell. We took it out, and we put it in a memorial. And we had to move. So I thought, you know what? And I set all my snails free. And you could just watch them all thing when it's like, bye friends. I took all my tubs. I didn't throw them in the bin, but I gave them away to charity for people. There's a snail charity on Facebook, and I gave them the boxes because the boxes had everything in it that they needed. And I just kind of gave it away. Back. I need to do that to my arm because it kind of helps stretch it, but like, yeah. So I didn't do it, and now I thought, you know what? Grieving time over. Well, let's start again. Because I am saving animals, because like they can get stood on. People, they could like slither into my next door neighbors and they would ew and stamp on it. Oh, I remember my next door neighbor. I love snails. This is a tiny kid, and I stepped on one by accident, and then my next door was snail crusher. I was devastated. I ran out of my house and started crying because I used to love snails. I used to like pick them up and touch them, but like I never heard them. And if they started bubbling, I'd go and bubble with them. And then I put them down because I got really scared when they bubbled, because I knew that was means they were like scared or sad. So yeah, moral to this channel. I want the channel 14,000 subscribers. Tonight I'm going to do a separate video and show you